We're gonna hook up all of our hoses. What are you doing?
I'm trying to see if they're as tall as me.
Hello my friends, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode, and today is an exciting one.
We're building the newest addition to the garage.
This particular model, the SLX, is the shortest model they make, and that's because all of my vehicles are really tiny. I've been procrastinating pulling the trigger on and actually purchasing one of these lifts for a long time now, and Kayla actually forced me to.
I can't stand messed up hinge welds. It affects my OCD. I can't deal with it.
Me personally, every time, I'm just like listening to the chassis creak as I use a floor jack. I can't take it either. And I did purchase the truck adapter kit, and we're gonna see if this thing goes high enough to get the Jeep off the ground. So the unthinkable has happened, and I've heard that it's just a matter of time. Every YouTuber does this. I accidentally deleted half a day worth of footage right off the camera, right off the SD card. It's gone. I lost track of where I was, so there's nothing I can do about it. And that first series of steps is just a matter of getting your hoses ready. These are quick connect ends. These are all female. And so these are the long hoses, and that's all you're doing is taking thread sealer. They actually swapped it over to this stuff. They actually send liquid thread sealer instead of the Teflon tape that they used to have, and that's still in the instructions. But yeah, I just put the sealer. These ends are all on the long hoses. Let's come over here. These are the short hoses. They have male quick disconnect ends. This elbow had to be screwed in. That had an O-ring and did not need sealer. And then the short hose got threaded onto the end of the elbow. And that's it. That's really all we've done here. It's a matter of just getting those hoses connected, those elbow fittings connected, and putting the two male quick disconnects on the reservoir itself. Now for the fun part, we're gonna fill the reservoir, and then we're gonna use a series of lifts and releases to flush that whole system and get the ATF through the system, and then we're gonna bleed out any air and do our first lift. What are you doing?
I'm trying to see if they're as tall as me.
They are exactly... And just so you know, the components of this lift are exactly 5'2". To get the fluid,
Okay.
Oh my God.
Doing it like a girl.
At least you're doing it. This is the self-breather valve. This one does not need to be opened and closed when you use this device. There is one with a manual cap that does need to be adjusted. And that's what we're looking at, about a ½ inch down from the top, they said. And a key component here is bleeding the system. This is the bleeder screw. We're just gonna use the little chocks that it comes with and lift it up with them.
Those look like giant Legos.
They pretty much are giant Legos. And we're gonna air charge these cylinders from 40 to 50 PSI. This is what the full setup looks like. The reservoir plugged in, long hoses connected to short hoses, going to the rails. They are both at 45 PSI. Now we're gonna start the bleeding process. Kayla's going to do the honors, pushing the button for the very first time. Here we go.
Nothing's happening.
Keep going.
Oh!
There they go.
That scared me.
All right, be ready. A little more, and stop. You wait and you're gonna stop it before the first click, and so now we go back down and we do this 2 more times. And it says they will erratically go down because they don't have any weight on them yet. There you go. And back up.
Oh, that was fast.
Yeah, and down. Okay, the system has gone up and down 3 times. We've got fluid in the lines. Now we've released it all down to the bottom. We're gonna crack open the bleeder valve. The towels are for some mess if any fluid comes out. This is a 3/16. Jeez, there we go. Oh, and that's it. Just, you get a little blip of air and close it back up. A little more, that's it. And now we release while it's up a little more, There we go. And you do it till fluid comes out and close it up immediately. Okay, yep, drop it back down. All right, we're gonna lift it 1 to 2 seconds again. I'm gonna crack this open again, go up again, and tighten it. And I've got a little bit of fluid down there. It seemed to come out pretty evenly. I didn't hear any bubbles or air, so let's lower it back down and we'll do the other side. Well, they've been bled a couple times. Once they're moving, they're both in unison. They look really even. That's the halfway point. And I don't see any hesitation. That's the second latch. And if you release the pressure, it'll latch into those positions. And that's it. That's the load-bearing max height. But I think we're ready. I think it's all bled. It rises really even. I think it's time to try a maiden lift. So these things have little casters on the front, but it is not easy to move and get into position by any stretch of the imagination. It's heavy and it is challenging. Kayla's ready to throw up. She went from like raving excitement to hysterical lunacy. Those are underneath. I've eyeballed them and lined them up with the pinch welds. My hoses are connected. Make sure they're free. Give them a wiggle. Make sure they're not in any pinch zones. Okay, that's on the pinch welds. Looks good. Okay, that's kind of cool. And depressurized on the locks. That is ready for work. I'm going to check all the lines and make sure nothing's leaking. Everything looks good. These lines, there's not a single leak. They're completely dried up. It looks good. I'm really excited. I am just thoroughly checking every elbow and fitting, make sure there's no leak. But for now, it's depressurized, and this is sitting on the locks. This is the safe position where you're good to go under the vehicle. Yep. This is really exciting now. You know, it's nerve-wracking. I've never done anything like this before. But she's now, look at her, she's rolling under. Yeah, you check, you make sure it's safe, honey. There she goes. And again, I've thoroughly checked all the mechanicals, and those safety locks are completely engaged. The system is not pressurized. The hydraulic pressure is not what's holding this car up. It is those safety arm locks, and everything looks good. We gave it a good rock. I'm really excited. So we just did our first little project with the lift. While we were under here, Kayla saw some feathers sticking out. And so we grabbed a wrench and we took this shroud off, and it was a little bird. He got sucked into the front and it was really sad. But yeah, Kayla did her first thing with the lift. We took the shroud off, we cleaned it all out, put it back up. And I think that's it. I think this is officially an amazing tool.
Well, I was excited. And then I was nervous, and now I'm excited again. So, yeah. The emotions of a woman.
And just to show you, these rubber blocks really take the pinch. You can see right there, and the rubber flexes, so you don't mangle up your pinch welds. I'm really excited with this. Let's lower it down. So it's sitting on the locks, so you have to go up.
Just press it?
Yep, up until it releases the locks.
Now?
That should be good. Don't be so scared.
I'm so scared.
And now you just take these, lift them up like that. All clear. Make sure your hoses, nothing's under any wheels. All right, bring her down.
Just hold it until it's done?
You just hold it. This is all pinch-free area, this whole front area. So you're good. Do you want to lift it back up again?
Yeah.
She wants to lift it up again.
Edit that out.
All right, that was the first lock. If you wanted to, you could stop it there. That's not much room for anything. To me, you would do that so you can service the tires and wheels, but you can keep going up to make room to crawl under. Okay, the lift is good to go. And I have to say it was a little weird getting used to connecting everything, working with hydraulics for the first time. This was all new to us, but it's working. We've gone up and down. It's really fun, actually. It's kind of cool. But now, we want to see if the truck adapter kit on these lifts will get the Jeep off the ground. We have got the lifts down under the unibody frame, and I do have drop arms. So I did one section up front and put the extra link on the back, and this is all the actual system that you can get from QuickJack. I think it'll make contact. I don't think we're getting this thing off the ground, but... Oh! If we lock it, the tires are still on the ground. I got too much flex, yo. It doesn't get the wheels off. Oh, it's so close. If I like bring it all the way up, the wheel is like, oh, it's so close. I think another truck kit and just to put one more link on there should be okay. I mean, I'd have to be careful with it, but I don't know. We'll have to play it by ear. Maybe we can make this work for this really lifted Jeep, but for now, it's a no-go. And with that, my friends, we're gonna call it a day here. It took a couple hours to get everything assembled on there, to get the whole system bled, and then do a couple test lifts on the car. Kayla actually did her first little project on it.
Learn how to use a wrench.
She did, it was awesome.
You tested me.
I did.
Passed.
She did pass. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun working on our vehicles in here with this lift. And we confirmed that if you have a Jeep Cherokee lifted 6.5 inches on 35s, the lift will not get the tires off the ground. I think we're gonna try a couple other things. We might be able to do something. But until next time, have a good one.
See ya. Oh, you're recording. God damn you. Turn it off.
Hello, my friends. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. And today is an exciting one.
We're building the newest addition to the garage. Can't wing it.
You think you can connect the quick disconnect hoses?
Probably not, but I'm sure you'll find it entertaining. This is the boy, and this is the girl.
Pretty much.
They don't fit.
It's sideways. It's recording sideways. But she did her first thing with a little wrench. Your head is right next to a dead bird. This is what the full setup looks like. We just put these both. we just put these here.
What are you doing? What?
I'm gonna talk to you. She's like sucking to the corner. I'm kidding. All right.